I think there's been a recent flare-up between the National Housing Federation, and it was reported in the Financial Times, because we have investors coming into social housing now and for-profit housing associations. And it's really about discussing whether that name, housing associations, can be applied to organisations that have a very substantially different drive, which is really shareholder return rather than that sort of community benefit. And I think, my feeling quite strongly is that housing associations as entities which are for community benefit have been not-for-profit, or making profits, but reinvesting those surpluses and those profits all the time back into providing more housing and services for their residents. And therefore it's a really fundamental definition, and it's not really around whether there should be new entrants to the market or new money in the market. I think that's absolutely needed, and we should be encouraging it. We should really be encouraging all organisations and to provide more homes and more affordable homes, more private homes. But I think there's something very fundamentally different around your core purpose of why you're doing it, and where those surpluses get reinvested. And therefore the term housing association needs to be held on to. There's real merit in having different investors come into the market, different models. Let's disrupt things, let's see what more can be done and how it can be done. That's absolutely required, and if people come up with different models and ways of working that are better and can produce more homes, that's fantastic. But the drive, which is where the return goes and how it's defined, I think is really fundamentally important. The market for those sort of high-end homes isn't there as much, and there's a limit to what people can afford. And if we're going to have the economy vibrant, we've got massive changes in the economy, and if we're going to keep building homes, then rent is really where we need to focus, as well as more affordable housing options. And there's been a dearth of that recognition, and so it's really important and brilliant to see that there's a focus again that we need more social housing, and we're not ashamed to say that. We've got some really big regeneration schemes on the go. We're totally committed in terms of providing rent as well as shared ownership, and we do make profits from market sale in order to reinvest in those areas. So if there was one key takeaway I would want to emphasise in my column, is that purpose is really important. How do you invest your surplus, and having that understanding in the broader social arena and community about what you're about is really, really important.